Hello everyone, it's Melinda here with CatSmashPuzzles, and today is the first episode of the 2026 US National Series, and I am super excited to say this is the 100th episode of CatSmashPuzzles. So I want to thank all of my original new subscribers, everyone who's been watching my videos, follow me on here on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and now they'll start following me on Twitch eventually. But I just want to do a great big thank you to everyone. I think that this channel has gotten much more bigger than I anticipated, and you know, it's such a niche thing, speed puzzling, but I do think it has a lot to offer, and I'm very happy that there is an audience for it and that y'all are enjoying these videos, and hopefully this will continue for much longer than, you know, I never imagined, basically. But we're here for the main event, 2026 US Nationals. And funny enough, this episode will actually not showcase a puzzle. This is going to be all about how the event went outside of the competitions, you know, the travel things I had to deal with, the puzzle haul, which if you can see right next to me, all these puzzles came from Atlanta. And so I kind of want to go over basically just a story of US Nationals on this episode. And at the very end, I'll go over a little bit of the schedule for the rest of the episode so you can follow along that way. So the 2026 US Nationals occurred from March 27th to the 29th in Atlanta, Georgia, at the Atlanta Convention Center in America's Mart, which was in downtown Atlanta. And I believe it was right across the way from the Westin Hotel. And that's kind of how we got through it, basically. But I'll kind of start at the beginning. So, you know, during the end of March, if y'all hadn't watched the news at all, there were concerns about flying in and out of Atlanta, basically with TSA lines at least. And so one of the things I was a little bit, you know, anxious about going up to the event was flying back to DFW from Atlanta. But honestly, the flying was not too bad. Especially after my last flight was to Europe, and that was a 10-plus hour flight, and so a 2-hour flight felt like nothing. But the only kerfuffle at the airports on both ends, honestly, was DFW. They had Terminal C under construction, and it may still be under construction, but due to that, they only had one entryway, and it had a massive line at it, and my poor Uber driver tried to avoid that line, and unfortunately, there was no other way in, so she circled back, and I just said, drop me off at another terminal. I'm okay with it. Got through security. No issues after that. But due to Atlanta being a concern, I did try to change my flight back. And, well, they couldn't change it for me because I had a no-change ticket. So I decided to just risk it at that point. So flew into Atlanta, got an Uber from the airport to the hotel, checked in. Hotel was wonderful. It was a very nice hotel, very good customer service. I did appreciate the more personable customer service that they had. It was the Ellis Hotel on Peach Street, and so it was only a 5-minute walk to the convention center. So I arrived there, got in time in order to get my registration badge, which is required for you to have in order to attend the convention, basically. So it's not just Nationals isn't just a competition anymore.
Hey everyone, I'm here at the 2026 US Nationals, and I just arrived on the first day on Friday. We are waiting for the opening ceremony, start at 8:30 here, and as you can see, everybody's starting to kind of come in. There's Christina. Hello. But yeah, we've run into a few people. I ran into Karen Puzzles actually this morning, and I ran into a Puzzle Unicorn from Florida, and just a few other people as well. So yes, just chilling right now, kind of getting myself in the head game because prelim starts at 9:15 Eastern time. So yeah, just trying to get my head on straight. Hopefully everything goes well. Looking forward to showing you much more footage. I do want to just say that I want to get this to you now, but obviously I want to wait to get my competition footage in set, and then I'll start filming with my actual camera in the convention when I go in. I do have also puzzle chess at 2:15 for the semifinals, and then the finals at 7 p.m., which I'm pretty sure I'll get to. But yes, welcome to the 2026 USA Jigsaw Speed Puzzling Championship. I'm so happy to be here. I'll see y'all soon.
In this nationals this year, they had their own convention. It was puzzles only. It was puzzle completely related. There was no other type of hobby, I guess you could say, was attached with it. Like, it wasn't Legos with puzzles, or it wasn't, you get the idea. So it was kind of an interesting experience in regards to basically going through a convention center of puzzles only. Back to kind of where I was going with arriving. So I arrived Thursday night, basically, got my convention badge, hung out with Christina. I wasn't super hungry, so we both went to the Hard Rock Cafe and we got ice cream. That was basically the entire thing I ate all day. And so yeah, what a healthy meal to prepare myself for my competition. And so Thursday night, we got ice cream, hung out, did a little bit of talking. We went back to the hotel. There was another pair there that was, I think, from Florida, and they were doing a practice puzzle, and we kind of sat down and talked to them as they were doing it. And we just discussed, what we were thinking the puzzles were going to be, and just what were we expecting, I guess, because we couldn't go into the convention floor. They hadn't had it opened as of Thursday night, so we had to wait. And so, Thursday night came, and boy, did I have a hard time going to bed. I wanted to go to bed earlier, and I just was so nervous, excited, and anxious because I had my solo preliminary round Friday morning. But we're going to skip over the competition because this is more about the convention itself and kind of the event around it. So Friday was basically the solo prelims and then puzzle chess. But outside of that, we basically hung out, talked. Me, Shay, Megan, and Christina got together and did some practice for teams. And we kind of tried to figure out what we wanted to do with food and everything. But we did get to have a chance now to walk around the convention. So I do want to share some footage I took with y'all. This is me kind of going around with my camera, going through each of the booths there, and kind of showing you each of what they were showcasing. There was many puzzle brands, including Boardwalk, Bits and Pieces, Springbok. Ravensburger had their own store. I did not get footage of it, unfortunately, because it was separate. It was based up in the competitive space because they were the ones sponsoring the competition. But they were upstairs. They were kind of their own thing. And I did not get any additional Ravensburger besides the competition puzzles. But the other convention, the other area downstairs from the competition floor, had a lot to offer, and I really wanted to share this footage with y'all. I do apologize; it's not the best footage I could have taken. I had my handheld camera holder, and I think I had it in a weird way, and it's not the best angle. It's a lot of my face, and I'm gonna try to kind of cut it as best I can to show you more of the convention itself and not just me. I think I did an okay job, but I could have done better. So hopefully, maybe there'll be a different way I do that. Maybe I'll have the camera on my neck or something and just sort of film this way and talk over it instead of just kind of putting the camera in my face. So things to learn for next time. But I really did make an effort to get additional footage besides the competition footage. And I did succeed there. I will give myself a pat on the back for that. So I'll go ahead and give it over to Melinda in Atlanta and let her take it away and showcase all the puzzle brands that were done at the U.S. Nationals. Enjoy! Hey everyone, it's Melinda here with CatSmashPuzzles, and I am at the 2026 U.S. Nationals. I finally had a chance to do some filming because I've been really busy with my team practicing and pairs puzzle practice with Christina, so I'm now taking the opportunity to get this done. So right now it is Team Prelim A, and we are in Team Prelim B, so we're kind of giving our backs a bit of a rest and trying to just kind of, we had food food. So I kind of want to walk around the convention center here and just show y'all what's going on with everything. So they have the live stream going behind me right here. We're downstairs. The competition floor is upstairs. So I'll kind of walk around with y'all here. They have large puzzles going. Kind of show you that people are just kind of doing randomly. There's the big 6 portals puzzle. There's a poster right here. I don't know if you can see it. It's a little blurry. Let me go a little closer. So it looks like they got, there we go, the first half of it done. And that's 7,000 pieces. My bad, not 6,000. So we got, I think they're about to do the artist signing. Miss Khan, hi. So they're about to do that. Looks like we got a line for that. So we got large count, and then we have sprints over here. So a sprint is, they're doing a 275 piece puzzle right here. And I did this one. I did the bird, and I did it basically under 30 minutes, like 28 minutes, something like that. I don't know the results just yet, but hopefully, I'll do a few more of those, but I'm trying to give my back a bit of a rest. And so we'll kind of head over to the convention floor here where they have all the vendors, puzzle vendors. So we got Boardwalk, the big one, all their Speedmaster puzzles. Just got them. I got all 6 of these already, so I don't need to get any more, thankfully. I got a lot of Boardwalk puzzles. I do look forward to getting some of these wooden ones. And then we got Puzzle D over here. Sorry, I'm using this hand camera thing. I'm not quite used to it. We have Masterpieces, which I actually did win one of their puzzles, so I got one of those. It was a stained glass puzzle. Bits and Pieces. Hello, hello. We got Rose Art. Hi. Springbok over here. Puzzle Warehouse, which if I worked there, I would be broke because all my money would go back to them. I did meet the lady there who works there, the Casual Puzzles. She was there yesterday. I did get to see her, which was very nice. We have Peace Talks, which is, hello, hi, how are you? They do 3D type puzzles, so kind of look at that. I haven't done one before, but I do look forward to doing one in the future. They're very pretty. And Donna Louise, she is one of their YouTubers who does that. So I did meet her this morning, actually, at the Ravensburger shop. So got a puzzle library, which I think is very cute, but I wouldn't be able to do that at my neighborhood. Vermont Christmas Company, I think they are beautiful puzzles. They do actually have a content creator type of share network. She gave me that, so I might check that out. I'm not quite big enough yet for that, but we'll see. Play Dwoda, they do puzzle boards here. Hello. Unified Pieces, I'm sorry. Hello. I am gonna come back and get one of y'all's puzzles, I promise. I think it was a cat one. Yeah, that one, the astronaut cat. Yeah. That one.
There's a cat,
yeah.
Cat 2.
Yeah, Cat 2. Cat 2.
And his cousin. Those were the last 2.
Alright, I might have to come back for that one real quick because it might sell out on me. If not, I'll get to Cat 2. And then we got Aurora Puzzles, which is from Alaska. I am definitely, hello. I'm going to come back and get this whale one because I really like this one. That's going to be one of my speed puzzles I'm going to do in the future for one of my videos. So, hello. And we got Master Club, Chestnut Helmlock. Y'all do like wooden puzzles, and which is becoming quite a big of a thing here. They're very pretty. Look at that. Not the best for speed, but I do think that they are just very nice to put together and very good to frame. So, all right. then Portland Jigsaw Masters over here. They're, I think, one of the big competitor. What's the word I'm looking for? They set up the big competitions up in Portland. So maybe another competition I look forward to doing one day. And then we got Complete the Puzzle, which I believe is like a renting puzzle service. Hello. If you don't want to collect all the puzzles, you just kind of go and rent them. And then we got some more wooden puzzles here. McClevering wood. Very nice, beautiful wooden puzzles. So as you can see, there's quite a lot of vendors going on. Again, I'm not the best at this angle. I'm getting used to filming around. And Mel's T-shirts and accessories, which is my friend Melinda's shop. She has so many different tags, and someone's manning it for her because I think she's in prelim A right now. Yeah, so Melinda is opened up her shop. She's actually the one who made my shirt. You can see it's kind of on me. So I did buy a luggage tag from her, and then I tried to rent her backpack here. So we'll see. I think she said 10 a.m. Sunday, right? So, all right. And then we have Missing Piece Puzzle Exchange, which I think is about, they have a rent puzzles. They have a pile of puzzles here to rent. You can guess how much is in there. I think I guessed about 1,600 pieces. I might be a bit too high on that. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Orange Speed Puzzlers. This is the Orange County Speed Puzzling in California. They are one hosting the half-day marathon in June, which I will be attending. So that is something I kind of ran with them. We talked about it a little bit. Hello. Sarah does puzzles. Hello. That's you. Oh, you're the brewery. Yeah. Oh, okay. So she's the one who does all the breweries across. Well, like one of the one who goes across the country. So there is one in North Richland Hills in Texas.
Oh, that's
which.
A different one.
Oh, is it?
That might be Puzzle Buzz.
Puzzle Buzz. Okay, so there's two of y'all. I'm sorry, but she's one of the big ones who runs the brewery competitions, which is usually a team competition. Am I correct? Okay. So she's one of the big ones around the country doing that. So we do thank you for that. Thank you, Sarah. So we got some jewelry. There's been a lot of beautiful fashion going around. Got my earrings on right now. Final piece puzzle. Oh, I think this was one of the Puzzle Club sponsors, because I recognize this puzzle right here. This one. They said that they're going to start doing 500 pieces. I don't think they have any right now, but that's something I do look forward to because they have a beautiful, it's like very smooth puzzle. I love the matte finish as well. Hello. Hi. Mystery puzzle. Ooh, that'll be an interesting guess. We'll see. Surprise, yeah. So we got Mind Quest puzzles and games, so they kind of have all sorts of type things going, not just puzzles. There you go. Figure we all be out of puzzles, right? Uno teams. Oh, I better not bring that to my siblings. We got Mimsy Bird puzzles here. And say, please touch. This is one of them I want. Such a velvet soft. I think I'm going to come back for that mermaid one. I do think so. So yeah, that's one of the ones I'm going to probably pick up. I'm running out of suitcase space, so hopefully I won't, hopefully it doesn't get too full. We'll see. I think Shay has agreed to take some back for me because they're driving back to Texas. All right, Bookworm puzzle. I have actually never heard of them before, but they got some big boxes. Look at that. Hi. We got Puzzled AF. That is a name, I'll tell you. This one looks pretty. I like the rope one. But yeah, lots of vendors going on. Dope puzzles over here. I do think there's a kind of an aisle over here where there's artists who go through Puzzle U, and they basically sell their own artwork as a puzzle. And because of that, this is probably like a very like just a specialty puzzle, so they're gonna be probably hard to find to buy online. It's just the artist specifically. So this one here is, it looks like they just empower women, positive energy. Hi, how are you? Got an art. Oh, I love it. That behind you, if that was a puzzle, I would die.
It was.
Oh, it was?
Out, yeah.
Oh.
Fruit of the Spirit.
No, I don't think I'd speed run that. That would be like 5 hours for me, and I'm very fast.
And then I have equation here.
Okay, that would be better. That one. So like you said, like an artist, they do through Puzzle U, which is a company that does you can make your own puzzle out of photos, art, anything of that nature, which they're over there.
Yeah.
But you are very bright and colorful. I love it.
Angie Ray.
Angie Ray, shout out. Angie Ray art. All right, well,
Happy puzzling.
you too. Thank you. All right. Do love it when artists are very happy about selling their work. I might eyeball this one too, because this art reminds me of Sunis actually, and I'm kind of sad that they're not here, or at least I haven't seen them yet. But they're kind of that anime style, which I think Europe is doing quite a lot of, and I want to kind of practice that. Hello. So I think I might come back for this one here. This one is very pastel-y, but it might be a bit difficult to speed, but we'll see. I think that one also, this one right here, might be a good one. And then, of course, Puzzle U is the brand that does all the specialty puzzles, so you can get 48 pieces up to, I guess, 2,000 or maybe even 5,000, higher than that. I did do the little mini speed puzzling contest. I didn't do so well. I've been on kind of an off day today, so I'm okay with that. That's fine. And then we got another artist here. Hello. And I might be coming back for this one. Look at this cute kitty photo. She just kind of an overlay of her photos on it, and it was just so cute. I might have to come back for that. So that's a lot of the vendors. Hello, Shay. Good. Shay, she's coming in. Okay, so I'm gonna show you this puzzle real quick. I might buy that as a nightmare for myself because it is writing, it is little, and there's like a solid white on the left. This looks very difficult. I might have to get it just for the fact that it's going to make me cry. Cute little merch here. Looks like another artist here. This also looks very difficult. Payalola Balonas. I probably am butchering that name and I apologize. All right. So that is the vendors that are here. So a lot of puzzle brands, a lot of artists. We have lunch that is served here as well. So everybody can kind of quickly come get lunch. They don't have to leave the convention center. One of the things that this convention center is a bit of a maze. It is, you kind of have to wind your way through things because it's like, whew. But not too much of a walk, but more like, I don't know, just a twist. You kind of have to find it. They do have posters everywhere, so that's good. So they also have virtual reality puzzling, VR Villa, which, as you can see here, you can just do 3D puzzling. I have not tried this. I do just digital puzzles online with Jiggy, and I do it with JS Puzzles. Those are the two I do. I do them timed, so I usually stick around the 48-minute pieces, and I get about a minute 20 to under 2 minutes. I'll try not to get too many spaces in this, but basically I'll kind of put it in the background for me. People have practice tables. They're all doing practice for their teams, pairs, or solo themselves. I basically have circled through the entire convention down here. And then upstairs is the competition space. The main competition space right now where Team A is going. And then there is a competition space to the left of it that is basically the fun competition. So puzzle chess, cobble together, the gauntlet, and the team relay. So we got some big puzzles here. I plan to do maybe a 1,500 piece puzzle speed-wise. When I get maybe 1,500 subscribers, I think that's going to be a good goal for me. Oh, look at this puzzle. Artist Alley. Puzzle U.
I guess they've the lending library. So this is kind of one that they've just borrowed, which I think I have one of these puzzles. I might need to return it because I wasn't sure if it was over there on the practice tables. Oh, this is a human skull. Look at that. That looks hard. I'm eating my microphone. So here's some of the, I guess, convention puzzle. So they have the stickers on there. Oh, they have one of the... This is the flowery rainbow. This was a European Jigsaw Jam one. I might grab this and see if we can do it as a pair or something. So, yes, I wanted to definitely get some footage besides just the competition footage. Now, we are about to go to Prelim B, which is starting at about 4:30 here. We're all giving our backs a bit of a break. We did do a practice puzzle, which was called Indigo Forest. It was used in the Canadian Championship Prelim B, and we would have won that prelim, but I think we were 4th place on myspeedpuzzling.com, so we were a little behind 1st place there, but not too bad. We are tired, our backs are starting to hurt, and I think I'm not on my A game today. I think I could have done better with pairs. I think the little mini competition I did with Puzzle U was bad. It was just, I didn't get enough sleep last night, so hopefully that gets all resolved by tomorrow, because I needed to be on my A game for finals. I'm glad to have shown you the convention, and so I don't know where my tables will be at just yet. I don't know if I can post that somewhere, maybe, but we'll see. I haven't checked the live stream for prelim A pairs because I don't know if me and Christina were even on it, honestly. I don't think they caught us finishing either, but we'll see. What do I think of the convention so far? It's been a lot of fun, a lot of busyness, a lot of meeting new people. I don't think I've gotten any pictures really of meeting people, and that's kind of on me, but I think that, it's just one of those things where you're in the moment. I'm honestly trying to carve out time to film like this. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. So tomorrow, hopefully I don't miss my flight. It is leaving at 8 o'clock out of Atlanta Airport, and you know how Atlanta Airport is right now. Bit of a cluster mess. So we'll see how that goes. So I am going to head back, get ready for teams. All right, y'all. We are smashing it right now. Thanks so much. I'll see you next time.
Well, I hope you got to see all the great puzzle brands that were there, all the cool puzzle merch, all the cool puzzle, accessories. There was a lot of things going on. And so I kind of want to just go over a couple things that were a little bit outside of the competition that I participated in, and obviously go over all the puzzles that came home with me. So first things first, there was a couple things that each of the booths kind of had. You kind of had a little bit of a scavenger hunt, and they had their own, like, maybe a little mini competition. So like Puzzle U had their own little personal competition. I didn't do so well with it. I think it was like a 50-piece puzzle, and I should have done, probably under 2 minutes, and I was not under 2 minutes. And then I also, went around, got some freebies, got some, just all sorts of different things. So let's go ahead and go over all the puzzles I brought home, because I think that's going to be a bit of a lengthy discussion. So first things first, as you can see, I have little mini puzzles kind of on my board here. So first thing I'll go over is this guy, and this is Peace Relax. And if you don't know what Peace Relax is, it is an awesome brand that I really look forward to getting hold of for like a bigger puzzle, for sure. But this is one of their postcards. And I believe this is called Cat Shop, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm not 100%. But as you can see, it is purely stuck together. And this is what the pieces are made of on a big puzzle. And so I really want to get my hands on one of these guys, because I love the feel of these. And it's such good quality. And I think that the only reason I didn't get one was I had already bought too many puzzles and I couldn't store anymore for travel purposes. But yeah, Peace Relax is on my big to-do list, basically. But they also sponsor Donna Luis, and she's actually one of the big YouTubers that I ran into. There'll be pictures at the end of the video where I showcase everyone who I got a picture with, and she was one of them, right at the award ceremony, actually. So that's Peace Relax. This puzzle is Braintree. I honestly forget where I got this one from. I think it's one of those like kind of puzzle warehouse ones that have like mini puzzles, or They kind of have different brands that they sell. So it's a cute puzzle. It's a good little practice one. I did it twice and it's been around the 2.5 minute mark, which I think is okay, but probably should be faster for 50 pieces. Oh, and this one was, I think, 99 pieces, if I'm not mistaken. Something like that. And it didn't come in a box. You probably wonder where's the box for this one. It came in an Easter egg, like an egg. They had like a separate egg, and that's kind of what it came in. So I might actually give this to my grandmother, who I think would love this. Write something nice for her, because we're going to go see her for Mother's Day. So I think that's my plan with that one. And then this one is actually a cute box from Puzzle Dealy. Puzzle Dealy? I'm pronouncing it very wrong, probably. And this is Puzzler Swag. And the artist is Elizabeth Turtle. And I think she is another speed puzzler. And so she kind of was showcasing her artwork there. And it is a very cute little puzzle. It's specific for Atlanta, Georgia's nationals here. There's a puzzle fund, speed racer, puzzlegram, Instagram, the dates of the nationals. My stack is packed, built for speed. I think that's her logo there. So it has all these little Easter eggs in it. And I've done this one twice. The first time I think was like 6.5 minutes, and then the second time was just over 5. So I did a lot better on the second time. But it's a very cute puzzle. Decent quality. Just the pieces are a little bit tiny. These two are a little bit bigger size pieces. That's just kind of those mini puzzles. I'm kind of half on them because it's hard for me to flip them. But otherwise, I love the feel of it. It's like a matte feel. Very soft, very nice. Alright, so I think I'll start on this side here. So we'll kind of go in order from how these are organized. So this is stained glass classics from Masterpieces, Jungle Book, 500-piece puzzle. And I actually won this. They were giving out basically one free puzzle if you win in one of their raffles, and I won the raffle, or one of their raffles anyway, so I got to pick up one of them. Christina had pointed one out that she really liked, but when I went up to the booth, it had already been taken, so I got this one, which was rather similar. I think it was Winnie the Pooh stained glass. But the last time I did a stained glass puzzle, I did not do so well. So we'll see how this one goes, but it is very pretty. I really did like the look of it. And I actually got to talking with the Masterpieces rep that was there, and he actually was staying at our hotel too, because he came by and saw me and Christina doing a practice pair puzzle. And apparently they aren't interested in, specifically having like a line of puzzles for speed puzzlers, which I don't think they have to need. They don't need. I kind of talked to him and said, you don't need a line specifically, but if you have certain style of puzzles, that kind of work well with speed, you don't need a line. But I think Masterpieces actually has a good quality of puzzles that work for speed. I think there's some of them that are, USA Puzzle Club does it all the time with them. They have their place with the speed puzzling world. I don't think they have to do what Boardwalk is doing, which is with the Speedmaster line, but I think if they do certain puzzles with certain artists that can kind of understand how speed puzzlers function with doing puzzles, they'll be all right. But yeah, got a Masterpiece puzzle here. That'll be a fun one to do. And then this guy, if you follow speedpuzzling.com, this one might be familiar to you. This is Boardwalk's America the Beautiful 1,000-piece puzzle. And I picked this up from the puzzle swap table, actually. And I will admit, I brought no puzzles to do a puzzle swap with. I didn't want to bring any puzzles. That was really not my goal here. So I think I took 3 puzzles from the puzzle swap table. I think one. Yes, I took 3. Okay. I wasn't 100% sure on that. But I did put one in there, and I'll tell you which one it is in a second. But this was actually done as the Grand Championship that Jonathan put up, I think, in February, where basically the top 2 winners of each state competition of the year participated in. And only one person, I think it was Hannah D., who got this under the 2-hour mark by herself. So this will be a fun one to do. I'll probably do that in the near future because I want to see how I would have done compared to all the grand champions. And I can tell you right now that is a very busy puzzle, and that's going to be very hard to get under the 2-hour mark. So that'll be an interesting one to do. And then this was the second puzzle I got from the puzzle swap. And I grabbed this almost immediately because this is a must-have. What's this one called here? Air Balloon Valley from Ravensburger, 500-piece puzzle. And this was actually done in the 2022 Nationals or 2023, one of the two. And it's been done quite a bit. So this is another Ravensburger I get to keep in my collection and kind of compare myself to one of the faster puzzlers. So that's going to be a fun one to do. I didn't buy any Ravensburger, but I picked up one from the Puzzle Swap. And then I am super excited about these two. Aurora Puzzles, which is an Alaskan-based puzzle company. And they're actually one of the first few puzzle companies I followed on social media because I think that their artwork is so beautiful. I love the boxes. And I have been eyeing one of these for a while, but they're up in Alaska, and I've always been kind of wary about shipping costs from there. So I was super happy to see they were at Nationals, and I got to pick up two of them. It was buy one, get one half off. So I had to get two, of course. And they're both 500 pieces. And Aurora Puzzles specifically has artists from Alaska do their artwork. So the first one here is called Determination, and the artist is Carlos Figueroa. So I think this was actually done in a competition up in Alaska, but I don't remember which one it is, and so when I do a video on this one probably, I will let you know what the competition was and how I would square up to it, basically. And then this one is from the artist Jamie Jenko, and then the name is Treasure Hunter. So it's a whale underwater scene, and I do think that'll be a little difficult. We'll have to see how these two go, but excited to get some Aurora puzzles. I'm definitely keeping those guys around. And then, kind of one of my interesting pickups here, this is from Unified Pieces, and they're actually, I think, Atlanta-based? No, Oakland, California, I apologize. Oakland, California-based company, and this one is called the Castronaut, and the artist is Naftali Rodriguez. I hope I pronounced that right. I apologize if I did not. But funny enough, I actually was talking to the rep there, and I picked up this one. I really wanted this one. And this box is actually a little damaged. It was a little bit dented or scratched up a little bit. He gave me a discount, which was nice. So I made sure to get this one because I think this is going to be very cute. Now, I think it's going to be hard because of all that space in the background, but we'll see. We'll see if I want to do that one for speed. I may not. It might be one of the few 500s I don't plan to time. And then this one is another one called Mimsy Bird Puzzles. That's the brand. And it's called Wonders of the Sea. And I believe it is with the artist herself, Mimsy. I think she is just a, solo artist that she does her own puzzle brand, basically. And it's mermaids. I had to pick it up. It's mermaids. It is a 1,000-piece puzzle, so that'll probably be a nice one to do for speed. I think it's very color blocky, got sections here. Hello, buns. So I kind of am excited to get that one done for speed. I think it'll be a lot of fun. And then I picked up another one here. And this one is, the artist is Alexis Avery. And as you can see, it's Puzzle U, and I've dented the box. I crushed it a little bit. I apologize. And if you don't know what Puzzle U is, it is basically a puzzle brand that you can create your own puzzles with. So you can submit a photo, you can submit artwork, and a lot of artists there, when you saw the video, they had done their own artwork of Puzzle U. That was kind of the sponsor for these artists. And there was a few other ones I really wanted to pick up. There was one specifically, a guy who basically his puzzle was white background with words, very little bitty words that were kind of in a twirling motion. And then about a third of the puzzle was just pure white. And I really wanted to get that one because I figured that would be a puzzle of pure torture, I guess you can say. I did not pick it up, unfortunately. I went through a whole bunch of so many puzzles that I wanted to get a hold of, and it just didn't, unfortunately, make the cut. But this is actually Alexis's cat, and she told me she kind of, did the photo, and she just mixed up the colors a little bit. So that'll be an interesting one to do. It'll be a little difficult with this green on the side, but I'm not sure if it's a good one for speed or not. We'll have to find out. Kind of wish I hadn't dented the box, though. That's a bit disappointing. Alright, and then all these guys are Cobble Hill. So many Cobble Hill puzzles. Alright, so let's see. kind of go over the order of these real quick. And kind of why I picked them up, basically. So we'll do the... I think these are the ones I bought, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, because these are all open, this one's not. I had initially ripped off the plastic to pack them better, but I just did not. I failed in that endeavor, so that's why they're the plastic's ripped off. But I did decide to buy... basically, they had a bundle of where if you bought 1,000, a 500, a 350, and a 275, it would be a big discount. So that's what I did. So the 275 here is called Barn Quilts, and this was actually one of the puzzles on the sprint floor, basically, downstairs in the convention area, where you could do sprints. And I'll talk a little bit more about the sprint competitions in the next video with the puzzle chess. But this was one of them. Christina started to do it for speed, and then she just sort of slowed down and relaxed with it. So that'll be an interesting one to do for speed. Definitely will. It's 275, not too concerned, but it is a little bit of a difficult image. And then the 350 I picked up wasn't my favorite one, but it was kind of the only one I could pick up that intrigued me enough. This one is called Call of the Wild, and just a lot of cartoons, you know, a lot of critters going around camping and stuff like that. It's a cute image. It's just not my favorite one, probably to, I don't know. Just not my favorite, but I thought it was cute enough to pick up. And then the 500 one I picked up here is Island Paradise, so another island kind of scenic type thing. Thought it was very pretty, so I wanted to pick that one up. That would be a good one for speed. And then this one here, the 1,000 piece, is called From the Depths, and you see, that's a scary looking puzzle right there. And that one caught my eye immediately. And part of me wanted it to be a 500 piece because I wanted to speed it, but there will be no speeding this one. This one looks very difficult and very dark. The top part might be fast, but the bottom of it, no. That'll be too slow. But it's very pretty and I liked it a lot. And then funny story about this one. This was Chubby Buddies, as you can see, fat chubby squirrels on all sorts of things, eating cake. And I got this one from Cobble Hill. I did not pay for it, actually. They were doing a little bitty mini kind of raffle, basically. And so what they had done was they had put like a 500-piece puzzle together, took 2 random pieces out, and put it in a bag filled with like maybe 300 pieces. And so you're supposed to put your hand in the bag, feel around, and see if you can feel that piece. And one of the pieces was very distinct. It had that sort of curve to it, and that's the one I was looking for. And I'm like, is there a time limit of how much I can kind of just suss this piece out? Basically, they're like, not a time limit, but don't be too slow about it. So I kind of felt around for about 30 seconds, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not feeling it. I'm just going to grab one randomly because I feel like, you know, I've taken my time at this point. But I kind of grabbed the piece and I felt the curve. I'm like, okay, this one seems close enough. So I pulled it out. Wouldn't you know, it was the piece that I found. So I got a free puzzle. That was kind of funny. And this was the free puzzle I picked up. And I believe this one was done in either the Team Relay or the Cobble Together event, which again, I'll go over in the next video. But yep, I won this puzzle. So that was kind of nice. So that's 2 winning puzzles I picked up at this point. And then the final non-competition puzzles I picked up. This was the 3rd one from the Puzzle Swap. And this one probably looks familiar to you, but I believe Jonathan has used this in a competition back in 2025. And it was on my Amazon wish list for a long time. And so I'm happy to see that I grabbed it from the Puzzle Swap. And this one is Clementani's 500-piece, what's it called? Squares. So that looks a little complicated. Christina would probably get it done about 10 minutes faster than me, though. That's what I bet. I'll give it to her when I finish it. All right, so now we'll briefly go over the competition puzzles, because we'll go over those in more detail in the next few videos. But I did get 3 puzzles, or 2 puzzles specifically from Puzzle Chess here. And then I did buy one of their Puzzle Chess ones. This is from Cobble Hill. This is their new 100-piece puzzle line for Puzzle Chess specifically, but obviously you can do it for kids or just a small puzzle for yourself. So I'll go into detail on these three, or these two specifically, but the one I decided to buy, they almost ran out of these, and I managed to swoop in and grab the last two or three copies, basically. But this one's called Rainbow Dragon, and I just wanted that one because dragons, fantasy, it's all very cute. And this is just a good one to have for practice purposes for speedrunning. So that's all the puzzle chess puzzles, or, but again, I'll go into the other two in more detail on the next video. We have all the competition puzzles. So I have pairs, teams, and solo. Again, these will all be discussed in the next few videos here, so I don't want to talk about them too much just right now. But those are all the puzzles I came home with, which was a total of 23 puzzles. And to wrap it up, basically, for the kind of the adventure of Nationals, Hard Rock Cafe was our big food ticket item, but there was also lunch provided for a fee, obviously, for in the convention space, so you can get lunch there. I think I got like nachos, and there was this nice cookie that I kept eating, which was probably like one of the few things I ate for lunch and breakfast, and it was just, I didn't eat very well. I'll just say that. I lost a lot of weight to get to Nationals, and I think I put on about a pound or two when I came back. But I'm back to being healthy, so we're going the right direction there. But yeah, the only food option really that we had was Hard Rock Cafe. They would be the only ones with a table open, and they would just have it ready for us, basically. We tried to go to like a Mexican cafe, and they just wouldn't serve us for some reason, so it was kind of odd. But food-wise, it was good. I hadn't been to Hard Rock Cafe. I'd been to Hard Rock Casino in Atlantic City, but I hadn't gone to their cafe yet. The burger was good. One of the things they had in the convention space, besides the booths with all the puzzle vendors, they had an area behind where you could, practice with your pair, team, solo, whatever. And that was kind of a place we hung out a lot. Christine and I did some pairs practice there. We all did team practice. I did watch a few people doing some solo practice. I don't think I did any solo practice except for maybe a small puzzle. I didn't want to. I was kind of tired. And there was also two areas too. There was the sprint area, which they had Cobble Hill 275-piece puzzles as for the sprints, and I'll go over what I did with that one in the next video. And then they actually had a large puzzle area for large puzzles, so I think it was 2,000 or 1,500 and up, and they actually had two of the 7,000-piece puzzles from the 6 Portal from Ravensburger. So they actually did complete these two during the time of Nationals, which I think is amazing. And I think I put 3 pieces in on one of them, so I can say I contributed a little bit. But I really tried to avoid that one for a good reason. And that good reason actually got confirmed when I came back from Nationals, and I was liking everybody's posts on Instagram. And I actually commented on, there was one of the people I follow was doing a raffle of the 6 Portal puzzle, and I was like, oh, I hope to get it. And I kind of basically said in my comment, I would really like it if it was a 1,000 piece because I would love to speedrun it. And the artist herself, RoseCon, replied to me and said that it's going to be a 1,000 piece puzzle later on this year. I am super excited to hear that because I will be buying it and I will speedrun it. And I might be one of the few I do for streaming, hopefully. If not, I'll do a full-length video on it. But it is one of those, I've locked it into where I think I want to do a stream on it because I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So that was kind of exciting. And speaking of my socials, I have gotten almost 40 new subscribers from YouTube alone. I've almost doubled my TikTok viewers, my TikTok followers, and Instagram also shot up about 50 or 60 people. So, and you'll see, I'll explain why that happened again, kind of in a later video, but I was quite busy for about 3 or 4 days after Nationals, tired of puzzles and trying to catch up on all my social media comments and likes and all that. And it was a lot. I was quite overwhelmed for a few days. But I managed to make it 24 hours, or 48 hours technically, without doing a puzzle. But then I did another puzzle. I'm a glutton for punishment. So I'll kind of show you pictures of all the people I met. There was so many people that I felt like was there's too many to name, I guess you could say, but I'll show you pictures. If I know their social handle, I'll put that on the picture itself so you can follow them. But the big ones I know I ran into was Karen Puzzles. I ran into her a few times. Did say hi to her, got a picture with her. A couple people that I follow, Jen, Puzzle Unicorn, Puzzle Fit Zone, Donna Luis. There was quite a few other people too, and I'm forgetting it. And then, of course, I made friends with all the people on Twitch who are speed puzzlers, and so I'm kind of now into that realm of group. Kyle, I met Kyle, Josh, the boy wonder down in Houston, who he is. I did actually get to see him do his personal best at the time. He's beaten it since then. I talked to his mom, and so I got to watch him do one of the puzzles from I think it was the Germany championship that was going on the same weekend. So he did it in 25 minutes. Just amazing. And so I got to see him do that. And I do think we'll get him to do a Teams thing with me, Christine, and Shay. It's in the works. I think it's going to happen soon, hopefully. And once I get his mom's permission on camera and everything, you'll know his name. I'll say it at that point. So basically, me and Christina hung out the whole weekend too, and it was we had dinner together a lot. We had it with Megan, I think, on Saturday night, and then Sunday I did have to leave for my flight, and it went well. I was almost about to skip out on the award ceremony because of how fearful I was to miss this flight. But I basically got 2 or 3 good sources that said the Atlanta TSA line was fine. Don't skip out on the award ceremony. So I did not. And there was a good reason why I did not want to skip it. And so I stayed for that. But once I got my results, I left and headed to the airport immediately and copped the flight easily because I went through TSA in 20 minutes. And my gate was right there. And funny enough, I actually met a group of ladies who have been coming to a lot of the Dallas locations. And one of them is Barbara, and I got her phone number. So, if they ever want to borrow puzzles from me or I borrow puzzles from them, we can do that. And so we got to talking, and that basically helped the time go waiting for our flight. And it was a lot of fun. I definitely want to do this again. Nationals was one of my most pleasant traveling experiences, and getting to meet a lot of people and just being around a community that you just mesh well with, basically. And that's what I found my people. I have never been around so many people in my life, I think, even with a big family that I have. So it was a lot, and I'm hoping I didn't miss much, but I think I probably missed a few things besides the competitions. But I think that's it. I think I went through everything. Everything was a lot of fun, so no puzzles today on this episode, but a lot of puzzles to share. Well, this concludes the adventure of 2026 U.S. Nationals. I will now go on the next episode talking about puzzle chess and the side competitions that all were included. And then the third video will be over pairs, so me and Christina, both our prelim and our finals competition. The fourth video will be teams, so that'll be our prelim and finals. And then finally, the fifth video will be my solo prelim and finals. And that will conclude 2026 U.S. Nationals. So, I hope you enjoyed the photos. Now on to the next episode of the 2026 U.S. Nationals. I think we had a lot of fun. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I will see y'all in the next 2026 U.S. National video. Bye-bye.